Hey everybody, how are you? This is Saber Budaki, the Global Girl, and today we're doing the Global Insights. And Global Insights is where we're going to be focusing on one country and letting you know what's available in that country in terms of how you could do business in that country, what kind of opportunities are available in that country, what kind of opportunities in terms of investment for import and export. So we had a visit yesterday to the Bahamas consulate. We took a team there where we were able to hear straight from her exactly what opportunities and what's going on in the country and where the need is the greatest and where their doors are open. So two things I want to tell you quickly first. One, the minimum investment has changed. And so originally the minimum investment to invest in the Bahamas was $2 million, and now it's $250,000. And that makes a world of difference for small business owners who are looking to start expanding their market, looking for new markets. Now they realize that they cannot continue to wait for that $5 billion capital investment, or they can't wait for someone to come with $2 million, and that really the small business owners are the ones who are actually really fueling and igniting the economy. And so therefore they have now reduced that ceiling, and it's now $250,000. And so that's the first thing. So that's super great. The second thing is, hold on, I want to tell you from my notes so I don't forget anything. The second thing is that they also, and that comes under the Commercial Enterprise Act. And the other thing I thought was really interesting and really is great, there's something called the ease of doing business. So the ease of doing business is a number that the World Bank gives out to countries, and it really talks about how easy is it for you to do business in that country. And that comes from a lot of things. That comes from being able to process your papers. How easy is it for you to get a visa? How is it easy for you to obtain land? How easy to exchange foreign currency? And so all these kind of things and several other indicators go into that number of the ease of doing business. And so in terms of the Bahamas, their number had dropped. They had been 100, I think 110, and it dropped to 137. And so that really concerned them. And because their new administration was so concerned with this, they have now actually mandated that basically all business licenses have to be approved within 14 days. And that is really super, super cool. And so what does that mean? That means when you apply for a business license to work in that country, to have your business in that country, that if it's not approved within that time, they have a mandate that automatically it's going to be approved. So if they don't approve it within the set amount of time, you don't hear anything from it, you don't have to continue waiting and waiting and waiting. You can just consider it approved for them. So that's really super great. So now I know you want to know, what are the opportunities? Where could you invest? Where can you partner? Where can you export? Where can you import? So the Freeport, the Grand Bahama Island, is now a major focus for them. And what they're doing with that is they're hoping, and the goal is positioning and positioning them to be the technology hub of the Caribbean. So if you're an IT person, ICT person, this is definitely something that you should be looking at. Already they have U.S. investors already with IT projects on the Grand Bahama Island who are making those kind of investments. One of the other things that they have seen is a lot of investment from China, and they really are super interested in diversifying this investment. They do not want all of their investments coming just from one place. So they are looking for the U.S. They're looking straight to the U.S. to say, hey, what do you want to do here? Our arms are wide open. The last time that they've seen us make a major investment there was the Atlantis Hotel. So now they're looking for another opportunity for us to invest. So that's another place. If you're thinking about something in hospitality, that's someplace else where you can invest. So let me just see what else we have here. Tourism. So everyone knows that tourism is huge for the Bahamas. But one of the things that has really changed for them is how they do tourism, how tourism is done, and not necessarily just, the big mainstream trips, but now it's creating an experience. So if tourism is this your thing, if you really understand how to provide an amazing experience for a traveler, for someone who's going to be visiting the island, and that could be anywhere from giving them a very home experience, a local experience. That's what people are looking for now. They're looking for being able to experience the culture and experience the island. So if you're a diaspora, this would be a great opportunity for you. Also, if you're a person that just has that kind of business already in terms of tourism, where you are constantly providing experiences, this is another place that you could look. So we talked about the internet. Let me just see anything else I want to share with you. Oh, okay. So the other investments that they're also looking for is just partnerships. And so really where they're looking for partnerships, land is available, where they're giving concessions on land. But to get something like that, it would definitely have to come from where you're partnering with a Bahamian and where they have like 51% ownership in the company. And when you do that, there's lots of tax incentives, there's lots of concessions that are going on. So the big question is, why would I even want to consider Bahamas? I don't know where you are in the United States or where you are in the country, but it's not too far from Miami. So if you're in Miami, it's less than like a 30-minute flight. If you're in Atlanta, it's about an hour. If you're from the West Coast, you can just probably pop over there in about 5-6 hours. And so it is a country who is extremely stable. They have elections, and when they're having elections, you don't see any bloodshed. Basically, it's a very smooth process, and that's huge. If you want to start making an investment in the country, you want to know that that country is stable. And so that's one of the great things about it. They do have a modern banking system, and so that's really cool. Their infrastructure for their technology, that they are updating it constantly. Again, like I said, they are looking to be the Caribbean hub for technology. In their education, so if you're thinking about, okay, well, I want to put a factory there, or I want to start a business there, then who is going to do it? Talent is always a concern. And because education for them has been on a consistent basis, where they have been giving a strong education background to their citizens, and so you will not see like this major talent gap. Also, they have also put in programs right there where their citizens who come to the United States for education are basically come back because they have so many incentives for them to return. So these are just some of the great reasons why you want to invest in the Bahamas, why they're in some of the opportunities that are available for investing in the Bahamas. Another thing I want to share with you is, if you are a small to medium-sized business who has looking for expansion in your business, you have that $250,000 available to expand your business, and we can talk about what that means and how do you put that together and what does that cover, then reach out to me, because we are having a trade mission. We are going to the Bahamas in November, and we would love for you to join us. And so just send me a message in the inbox, and if you have more questions, I would love to hear from you. And most of all, I would love to see from you. I'm Saba Badaki, the Global Girl, and this was our Global Insight with our country focus on the Bahamas.